Alright. Yo, you gotta question everything. Like, eh, you gotta question everything. You know what I'm saying? Like the language, like the language we speak. You know what I'm saying? The English language itself is just twisted up and battered to all hell. The way our people supposed to eat. They say we're supposed to eat soul. They say our food is soul food. That's not our original way of eating. Like none of that shit. Like our original way of eating is off the land. It's herbs and we had different uh, holistic practices that we would teach tribes and traditions would follow those methods of sustaining health and maintaining um, uh, good habits of positivity. You know what I'm saying? You know, you just gotta. I question everything. Like you know, like what is this thing all about? Like I asked that. Like I can never get an answer. Like I know it's to get close to God and the internal God within. Meditation and prayer and scripture and um, spreading love and giving back. But what is all this stuff about? I just wonder. Like you know, just wonder about different stuff. What does it? What does it mean to just constantly work a job for years on end? People never question what they do. They just go along with it. Like they never question what they do every day. Like they're never conscious about. That's the thing about raising a consciousness. You question everything. You're conscious about everything, literally. Like I believe that's the true meaning of like spirituality. Like you're just conscious about everything. You question everything. I read scriptures, I question stuff. I'm not just gonna go along with what I read. I'm gonna dig further into what I read because I know what I'm reading is just the surface level. What's below that? And 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 what's below that? What's below that? This shit's a rabbit hole. This whole life. You know what I'm saying? Shit has layers. Shit has levels. Shit has, you know what I'm saying? I don't just go off what I hear and see, you know what I'm saying? I like to flip shit. I like to hear shit, you know what I'm saying, and see shit, and I flip it into my own truth, you know what I'm saying? That's what you gotta do. You gotta flip it into your own version of truth. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna never find, I don't believe we'll never find the actual truth outside, like just watching podcasts and just watching other people speak on different. You never gonna find the truth. Like you have to flip it into your own version of truth. Everybody defines shit different. Everybody has a meaning to their own way of what they. Everybody has their own meaning of the knowledge that they've obtained. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just facts. Everybody has their own definition of the knowledge they've obtained. You know what I'm saying? You might get a Bible put in front of you, and it be some shit. You might think of some shit, and it'd be like, oh, I caught that. But then I put it in front of me. I might think a whole different way. So we all got our own way of looking at shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think we ever gonna it's a tight conversation. A lot of people don't speak on. I don't think we ever gonna find the actual truth out here in this world. You're never gonna. You gotta go in like it's mandatory. Like you have to go in with yourself. Just flip shit into your own version of truth. You know what I'm saying? Just everything, man. You know what I'm saying? Like school. I always question, like, you look at people in school. A lot of them is miserable, really. A lot of them is stressed the fuck out, taking all these tests, worry about the test scores. You know what I'm saying? Studying up all night, studying some bullshit that you don't even really want to study. You just studying this shit to hire your education so you can get a better pay. You know what I'm saying? What's a better pay? You know what I'm saying? People don't question this shit. What does it mean to have a better pay? You know what I'm saying? Like, for what? To buy bullshit? To hoard materialistic possessions that don't mean a damn thing at the end of the day? Like, yeah, you gotta have the water, you gotta have the necessities, you gotta have the food, you gotta have the shelter, you gotta pay the bills. Or you could just be a motherfucker that go live back off of the land like at one show. Some of the one shows you see survivor shows and shit. Shit. That's what I would do, man. I would, live off the land. Hopefully one day I'd be able to live off the land, man. Get out these inner cities. Because I question everything. I really question everything. I question everything in nature, but in these inner cities, you really gotta keep your eyes open because you don't know what the fuck's gonna hit any minute. You know what I'm saying? It's like basically the fucking stop signs are fucking masters. Like, you gotta stop at the stop sign. If you don't stop at the stop sign, like, you're dead. But what if you don't stop at the stop sign? That's the risk that you take. See, they want to keep your mind locked down so you don't take the risk. But don't be silly and just pass up stop sign. That one stop sign could save your life, man. A lot of people pass stop signs. I just pass stop signs and learn my damn lesson. So don't be stupid and pass stop signs. Stop lights, either or. But question everything, man. What's the, what I'm saying? What's space? You know what I'm saying? Like, it costs too much to go to space. I believe, like, there's so much internally that we don't know about our own self that we ain't even traveled into, like astral projected, meditation. Like, I think meditation is the form. People say, like, astral projecting is not meditation. Astral projecting leave your actual body, but when you meditate, you actually leave your actual body. Like, you're not conscious. Like, you kind of go unconscious when you meditate, I believe. And you tap into other realms. Tap into other worlds you didn't know that exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't talk about this shit. And I've seen some strange stuff while meditating for hours on end. I've seen some strange stuff. And it still blows my mind. I might write a book about the stuff I've seen while meditating. I think that'll be dope. I've seen, like, this is the bizarre stuff I've seen, I just question everything, Like, just the ability just to even be able to meditate. Like, I said, the third eye, with the so-called pineal gland, you know what I'm saying? The pituitary gland, I think the hypothalamus gland, something with the kundalini rising. There's so much stuff, like, we really don't know. We got all these chakras and stuff within our bodies. There's so much stuff, man, that, I'm still learning this stuff. But what is it to learn? I'm asking questions about all this. Like, what does it mean to learn? Like, the shit that we really don't learn nothing because we don't know what's actual fact. Like, how can you learn something if it's not actual? Like, we learn shit but don't even learn ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know our fucking selves. We learn everything outside ourselves. We learn about what the fuck's in books. We learn about different foods. We learn about society. We learn about the system. You know what I'm saying? But we never learn about what is in us. Not just by reading from a book about what the hell, but just tapping in, closing our eyes and just tapping in, meditation, prayer, scriptures, you know what I'm saying? Going within, doing different practices, man, just finding out about our own self. You know what I'm saying? Sitting back, analyzing. We never ask these questions about ourselves and stuff, man, you know? So many questions is unsolved, man, and mysterious. You know, how does the mind actually, you know, what is that causes it, you know? I wonder if it's like some like electrical, like, you know, it is like it's energy, like it's electrical and shit. This, you know, circuits and stuff in your brain and shit that, you know, it's going off at certain times. You can tap into different shit. It's just all kind of shit like we don't know, like how shit function in our bodies, like all the cells, you know, all the bacteria and stuff, and how stuff is getting cleansed, stuff is getting affected. You know what I'm saying? Infected, you know what I'm saying? It's just like where sickness actually, some say it's immune system, some say it's different stuff, man, you know, different stuff. We don't actually know anything. We really don't. How can we know anything? We don't even know ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We don't even know our true selves, man. I just question shit, like, you know, like I said, the English language, like, break this shit all the way back down. Like, I don't even give a fuck about like pronouncing words and shit. Like, that shit's just totally questionable. People talk about like, you know, more fluid words and shit. Like, you know, I don't really get into that. I just feel like an old soul, you know. I go back to ancient, you know, words and shit, you know, ancient, you know what I'm saying, hieroglyphics and, you know what I'm saying, you know, shit like that, ancient terms, our terminology, and, you know, and even before ancient, what was before ancient, you know what I'm saying, what's before ancient, you know what I'm saying, you know, I think of shit like that. You know, I question everything, man. I'm just a curious motherfucker. Like, you gotta be like that. I question everything, you know what I'm saying? Why am I sitting right here? Why am I talking to y'all right now? Is it the spirit that's guiding me right here to talk to y'all tonight on live? While I'm watching bullshit ass wrestling instead of studying? You know, I question shit, man. I question shit. It snowed after Christmas instead of on Christmas. What's going on with that? It should have snowed on Christmas where all the kids could come out and play and stuff. You know, even though it was cold, but still. I just question shit, man. Like, what is the real meaning behind Christmas? A lot of people don't even know the real meaning behind Christmas. They celebrate things that they don't even know the background of. It's almost like being with a person and then you celebrate when their birthday comes, but you never even ask the question about who they was when you first met them. So stupid. Same way with Christmas. People celebrate something that they never went their whole life for years on end celebrating without even asking a question about why they're celebrating it in the first place. It blows my mind. What the hell is in this beer? You know what I'm saying? That's what I was wondering. They don't put no labels. They don't put no table of contents, nothing. I question everything. You know what I'm saying? So